Hey everyone, and welcome to Photoshop Basic Training. You're watching Lesson 1C from the Photoshop Trainer YouTube channel. Today in this lesson, we will be learning about the toolbox. The toolbox is usually located to the left of the Photoshop window. This right here is the toolbox. Let's continue our exploration of the Photoshop workspace. Today we are going to learn about the toolbox, and tomorrow in Lesson 1D we will be learning about the palettes. Then we will move on to Lesson 2. We've already covered the menu bar and the status bar. In this lesson we'll be learning about the toolbox. Since this is a general overview of the toolbox, the materials here are useful for any version of Photoshop. When you look at the toolbox, notice how some of the buttons have a tiny arrow in the lower right corner. This arrow indicates that other tools are hidden under that tool. To access other tools, click and hold down on the button, and the other tools will pop out. We have the rectangular marquee tool, elliptical marquee tool, single row, and single column marquee tools. That is also the same for if we chose a brush. Hold down on the brush, we get the brush tool, pencil tool, color replacement. Also for the gradient, we get gradient tool and the paint bucket tool. Now we're gonna hold our cursor over one of the buttons, and you should see a tooltip appear that tells you the name of the tool and its keyboard shortcut. So if I hold my cursor over this move tool, it'll say move tool, and the letter in parentheses is actually the shortcut to the move tool. As you can see here, all of the marquee tools have a shortcut of M. An easier way to switch between the different hidden tools is to use the keyboard shortcut along with a Shift key modifier for the marquee tools. The Shift M combination toggles between the rectangular and elliptical marquee tools, as you can see here. Shift M, we got the rectangular marquee tool and the elliptical marquee tool. The single row marquee tools are less often used and must be selected from the toolbox flyout. Another shortcut for cycling through the hidden tools is to Alt or Option click on the toolbox button. So if I hold down Alt and I click on this button, we get the elliptical marquee tool, the other marquee tool, and that marquee tool. Rectangular marquee. Sorry, I kind of forgot the name. Single row marquee and single column. Now, take a few moments to familiarize yourself with the tool names using the tooltips. Use the shortcuts you've learned to explore all of the hidden tools. As you select each tool, note the hints provided in the status bar area for each tool. Don't worry about using each tool for now, we'll get to that soon enough. For now, you should just get to know the locations and their icons. Moving down in the toolbox, we come to the color swatches. That's these right here. This is where the foreground and background colors are displayed. The tiny arrow on the top right allows you to swap foreground and background colors. So if I hit this kind of arrow here, it'll swap from white to foreground and black to background. Or black to background and white to, oh no, that's foreground, that's background. Yeah, white to background, black to foreground. Sorry if I'm confusing you. Anyway, it just swaps it. And the tiny black and white swatch symbol to the lower left allows you to reset the colors to the default of black foreground and white background. So I'm just going to click this and it resets to our default. Now I'm going to hold my cursor over these two areas to learn the keyboard shortcuts. Actually, excuse me, I said that this was in the bottom left corner, I believe. It's actually at the top left if you're in Photoshop CS3. To change a color, simply click on either the foreground or background color swatch and select a new color in the color picker. So I'm just going to change the foreground color to maybe red. Click OK, and the background color to a blue, light blue. as you can see. There, it changed colors. So now, anything that I do, my foreground color would be red. The background color would be blue. You can experiment by changing the foreground and background colors and then resetting them back to the defaults just by hitting this black and white button right here. And now it's back to the default. The next two buttons on the toolbox allow you to toggle between quick mask and selection mode. We'll learn more about these later in future lessons. So we're talking about this button and this button, which is now we're going to talk about this one. This actually allow you to change the appearance of the workspace. You can hold your cursor over each button, which we just have all these, and see what it does. Notice the keyboard shortcut for all of these are F. Hitting F repeatedly toggles between all three modes. So if I hit F, we get kind of a shadow effect. This is a convenient place to mention a few more shortcuts for modifying the workspace appearance. Feel free to try them out as you read. When in either of the full screen modes, you can toggle the menu bar on and off with a shift key. Actually the shift F key combination. In any screen mode, you can toggle the toolbox, status bar, and palettes on and off with the tab key. To hide only palettes and leave the toolbox visible, use Shift Tab. So if I hit Shift F, it's going to just toggle between the same way as if I hit F. I could also hit the Tab key, which will hide everything so I can see my document in full screen. And I can hide any palettes if I hit Shift Tab, which will hide all the tabs to our right and leave our toolbox open. The last button on the toolbox is for moving your document to image ready. We will not be exploring image ready in this course though, so you don't really have to worry about that. Before we move on to the palettes, let's review what we learned about the toolbox. An arrow indicates a flyout of hidden tools. Each main tool has a single letter keyboard shortcut assigned to it, such as arrow tool or move tool is V. The shift key combined with a tool shortcut allows you to toggle the hidden tools, such as Shift M, elliptical marquee tool, and rectangular marquee tool. D resets the foreground color to the black and background color to white. So if I change this color to red and this color to black, I guess, and I hit D, that resets our colors to black and white. X swaps our foreground and background colors. So if I hit X, now we have white as our foreground and black as our background, correct? Maybe? Foreground, yes, and black. So X. F toggles screen mode, so F. Tab toggles the toolbox, status bar, and palettes on and off. Shift F turns menu bar on and off in full screen mode, so Shift F, which is not working right now. So if I hit Tab, Shift F, Tab toggles the toolbox, status bar, and palettes on and off. I just told you that. And Shift Tab toggles only the palettes on and off, so Shift Tab on the palettes. That is all for lesson 1C. Hope this helped, and thank you for watching.